You guys, I'm live. Kelly from Cards by Christine here with you for our Paper Pumpkin Live. This is the first time I'm live on YouTube, so bear with me. This is the same but different. So just as you guys are transitioning to understanding how to do the live on YouTube type of stuff, so am I. So I'm going to find it live, I hope. And I guess I need to figure out how that's going to work. Let's see here, Cards by Christine. So this is probably the part I'm the most unfamiliar with and trying to figure out is how to, there I am. All right, so let's turn the volume down. I got 5 people, yay! So here we are. Full disclosure. Okay, so I have not had the opportunity to even look at the kit, so I have 0 ideas coming in for an alternative card. So, oh my god, I am pretty uncomfortable with how that's gonna go. So we're in for a show tonight. As you can tell, I'm wearing my Winnie the Pooh shirt. I'm so excited. Let me flip my phone. So for those of you that don't know, I work at a children's museum, and we are, we're supporting the United Way in doing a Wear It Wednesday, Show Your Support Saturday. So we have a weekly dress up theme, and of course it's Halloween. So dress up this week was a costume. And I promise, it was not my idea. Like, I know no one's gonna believe me, but it was not my idea. We, as a staff, dressed up in Winnie the Pooh costumes, and I provided, like, most of the costumes because, you know, I have them. And so I just gotta share this picture. And hopefully, let's see here, how do I get myself to go away? So, here is the staff that was on that day. So here I am as Eeyore and all of my work friends, and I even decorated the front desk with our little Winnie the Pooh stuffies. So that's my work family. We dressed up to support the United Way and the children of the museum. So that was a lot of fun. We also have our annual Spooktacular event coming up tomorrow night. So I have been very busy. Also, we are kicking off our annual appeal fundraiser, which always is a big push at the end of the year to raise the rest of the funds necessary to fulfill our operating budget. So, man, I am just stretched a little thin right now, which is why I am so excited to be here, making some cards, kind of checking out, doing my little self-care thing. So, that's right, I need to turn this back on so I can see what you guys are saying to me. Okay, so let's get back to this. All right, why is it paused? Sorry, I'm just trying to figure this all out. So, yeah, let's see here. I'm wondering if there's a same leg. Oh, it looks like when I closed out of that screen, it kind of, pause. So I'm like, wow, is there a big leg? There's a little bit of a leg, but it's not huge. So like I said, I am just trying to figure these things out. So yeah, I just thank you for being here with me first, and second of all, for putting up with a little bit of crazy, chaotic Kelly, which is what I am these days. And then, yeah, just figuring this all out. We're doing great. It's fun. Busy as ever. So how has everyone's week been? I can't believe it's Thursday already. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy that it's Thursday because it has been a crazy week, and capping it off tomorrow with crazy Halloween fun. So we have not been able to do this event for the last 2 years because of the pandemic, and then it was one of our busiest events prior to the pandemic, so I'm a little nervous because there's a lot of Halloween things going on this weekend in town, so it might not be as heavily attended as it has in the past, but in the 3 hours of the event, we have welcomed like 400 people. So who knows? It's about a 22-second delay. 10 to 22-second delay. Okay, sounds good. I'll keep that in mind. Cards by Christine. Hi, Chris. Talked to Chris just prior to this to kind of get some of the technical behind-the-scenes details taken care of. So she's doing well. She's out of town. Oh, thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's something that I haven't done. I did share it to my own Facebook page though. So posted it on Facebook to meet us over here in the YouTube for the live. So I shared that on my personal page because I want to get some of my friends to want to stamp with me. It's so much fun. So I'm just trying to catch up with some stuff. And I'm seeing the comments come through on here too. So we're doing good. All right. Sorry, I need to respond to this. Aha. Okay, so here we go. Play. Now I need to scooch it ahead again. Okay, so I'm starting to get it. It's really not much different than Facebook. So, I'm glad to see that. Oh, 20 second. Okay. 20 to 22 second delay. Okay, that's like just in line with what it was for Facebook because I think I timed it once and it was about 20 seconds. So we got it. Okay, so thank you so much for being here. Thank you for listening to my ramble for the past 6 minutes. My glasses are really not cool. They're really, I don't know, bothering me. I can barely read. Like I'm about an arm's length away from the tablet and it's like, oh, what's that say? So I actually just scheduled an eye appointment for January 5th because that's when my eye benefits renew. I've known there was something not quite right with these glasses from the start. I actually had them remade too, and they didn't get any better. And I'm the type of person that it was hard enough for me to ask for a remake, so I was not going to ask for another remake. So it's been a rough year. I'm excited to get new glasses. I'm going somewhere else. Hopefully that's the key. And yeah, so bear with me as I just can't see anything. So hello to everyone. In all of this, I haven't been saying hi to everyone. So hello to everyone who is on with me. I see on my personal, like I'm viewing YouTube as Kelly, not as Cards by Christine. And I can see there's 31 people on. I'm wondering if I can see anywhere on here about that. But either way, it's just nice to know. Going to tell you, we've got 2 extra kits that are up for grabs, so claim them. I'm going to give you a little, we've got 21 people joining us live, participating with Paper Pumpkin with us, maybe not watching right now, but hopefully they're watching. We'll do roll call in just a little bit. So if you want to add your name to this list, we always do a giveaway for all of the people that are paper pumpkining with us. So your name could be right here if you want one of these kits. I'll start opening the box now so you kind of can see why you want it, because I promise you want it. It's a pretty great kit. So Paper Pumpkin follows a pretty regimented system where September is almost always Halloween treatsy type of things. The October kit is usually Christmas cards, and then the November kit is usually Christmas tags of sort. So we're into that rhythm right now. So we've got Christmas cards in a exclusive box, which is pretty fun. I gotta know, do you guys keep your Paper Pumpkin boxes? I have a pile, like really tall pile of them. Most of them are the orange ones, but at least a third of them are the like specialty boxes. And I don't know what to do with them. I think I might recycle them. Or I might put them at Chris's used stamp sale for free, like if anyone has come up with a really cool use for them. But yeah, do you guys keep your boxes? Especially when they're special, like, I don't know, do you? So, here's our exclusive box. And then, On the inside, we've got our North Pole Sacks add-on. So this add-on kit is, I think, somewhere around $10. It comes with the bag. Well, it comes with everything that you see here to make the add-on. I'm trying to see here if it says how many you get. If anyone following along knows how many bags and stuff you get, if you want to just drop it in the comments. I don't know, and I don't think it says, but this is really cool, very pretty, and these add-ons are always relatively inexpensive. I do think it is somewhere around $10. I shouldn't say that for certain, but look at that. That would be a beautiful card front, and look at how beautiful these embellishments are. I love them. So that is an add-on kit that you can add, that you can buy, that you can use with the kit, with some of the things from the kit. And you do have to be a current Paper Pumpkin subscriber to get this add-on though. So just to let you know that. And then this is our kit this month, and November's going to look like this. Who knows what the contents are, but they are gift tags. Ooh, Jennifer decorated the box. That's cool. I can't wait to check that out. Okay, so then we have stamps. So we've got Santa, a snowflake, some stars, Holly Jolly, Santa Claus is coming to town, deliver to. We've got a silhouette of the sleigh and the reindeer, Merry, ho ho ho, 'tis the season to be jolly, Christmas and holiday. So, very cool. All right. We seem to keep our boxes. I did for a long time now. I just don't know what to do with them. Early Espresso is our Stampin' Spot color for today. And here is that beautiful box. So we're gonna put that to the side. We've got green tissue paper this time. I always crumple up the tissue paper, but I always feel really bad about it because it's nice tissue paper. I should probably start keeping it because I literally just got a paper cut from the tissue paper. Man, that just does it. All right, so let's scooch that out of the way. And then, let's see here. Chris, your glue scissor is MIA. So we'll just open it up with our fingernails. Okay. Ooh, holographic detail on that sheet that we'll get out. Oh, and I should say, yes, I keep my boxes. The cupboard is full. Now, I should ask, of the people that keep their boxes, what do you do with them? Do you actually have a use for them, or do you just keep them because you can't get rid of them? That is the question. Okay, I'm going to grab my black and my early espresso. Uh-oh. Early espresso is out, so let me go grab that. And as you know, I have to grab a candy while I'm out. I got myself a little tight on time. I was doing really well. I had to do a return to Kohl's, and then I looked at some coats. I really struggled to find coats for the kids this year. And it's like, it was mid-October. Like, I didn't think I was behind the game. I don't know. I don't know. So then I got a text from my coworker. I forgot to call her. I worked from home today. I forgot to call her and explain to her how to set up the bounce house. So her kids were there, ready to bounce on a bounce house. We're setting it up for our event for tomorrow. And I forgot to call her. So they were like, what's going on? How do I set this up? And I blanked on it. So I was actually only like a mile or two from the museum. So I just stopped in, helped him set it up like in a rampant hurry. And we got it all set up. I'm telling you, we got the exhibits moved out of the way and the thing set up and blown up. And this is the first time I've ever done it too, but I at least had been told how to do it. And I was out of there in, I think, 20 minutes. I was sweating. So then I, cut across town and got here. And so here we are. And Chris sent a message. Oh my God, North Pole Saks item. $4 add-on? It's $4. Is that right? Holy man. 12 food-safe paper bags. Created okay. So the bags maybe go in conjunction with the stuff in here. We'll just have to see. It'll maybe make a little bit more sense as I unpack this box. But it is apparently $4 for the paper bags. And then it looks like maybe some of these other things are other supplies that don't come with the kit. Yes. So you're using mint macaron thread, basic black cardstock. The sentiment is stamped. Okay, so it's just the bags. It's $4. You get 12 of them. And then some of the stuff from the kit, like I think the snowflakes and some of this other stuff are used. Got it. Okay, so that is some clarifying information on that. Oh, and I think the other thing I was trying to say is, so I didn't have time for lunch or supper, and that's why I grabbed some chocolate while I was looking for the stamp pad. Okay, so we've got embellishments, dimensionals, envelopes. Let's see here, 3 different kinds of envelopes. Oh my goodness. Oh. Chris is thinking that the add-on is for next month. That could be. That very well could be. So look at the beautiful pinstriping. I'm trying to get this in here where you can still see it. Beautiful pinstripe pattern on there, and then a little bit of kind of star-ish pattern on these crumb cake envelopes. Then, oh my goodness, got the candy cane stripes in there. Oh, and it's fully, like, the whole thing is that. So I'm already getting inspiration for our alternative card. You guys, if you've been paper pumpkining along with me, I wonder how long it's been that I've been doing paper pumpkin. It's been maybe a year. I can't not use the envelopes. Look how beautiful they are. Okay, so this one's fully white on the inside, but it gradients up with this starry, snowy pattern. And then it's got this nice, very, very soft blue color. Then we've got card bases. Oh, here are instructions. Got 3 of this card base. Oh, I wonder if this stuff is batched by group. Here's just a crumb cake, and then I'm guessing the pieces for the crumb cake. Chris, your station's not big enough. Okay, and then here is that card base. I think I'm gonna turn and put some of this stuff behind me. No, then I won't have it when I need it. All right, let's see here. Card bases there. Die cuts here. Oop, we have some glue dots. Oh my goodness, there's so many punch outs. Man, Paper Pumpkin has really just knocked it out of the park for this kit and a lot of their kits recently. I've been a subscriber since, I want to say maybe like 2017. It's been a long time. And the kits just keep getting better and better. And I was told that I even came in after the kits really started to elevate. Maybe it's been 2 years. It might be. I've been doing it for a while and I love it. Okay, so just a reminder to all 37 of you that are joining us, now that you've seen what the kit is, oh my goodness, yes, you can see the holograph. Oh my gosh, that is so beautiful. We do have 2 of these kits left, so Ooh, Luann says the add-on coordinates with this kit and next month. So that is really quite cool. I like it. So yeah, I've been a subscriber for a while, and the paper pumpkin kits have always been great, especially for the user who wants to make beautiful cards without potentially a lot of supplies and without needing a lot of creativity. The alternative, which I do with you every month, is based on, sometimes it's based on the kit doesn't include cards, so I always then, you know, try to appeal to the card maker who maybe doesn't want tags or treat boxes. If the kit does make cards, I remember one month in particular, my alternative is based on making a kit that has a lot of negative feedback, or that like really isn't my cup of tea, or maybe isn't anyone's cup of tea, work for someone, because you get it, and what do you do if you don't like it? Or like this one. These cards are pretty awesome. There's really nothing wrong with any of them. But it's still fun to make an alternative for maybe more the advanced crafter. And maybe not even the advanced crafter, but this is, I mean, I'll probably rifle through all three of these cards in, I'm not gonna like overestimate, like probably half an hour, maybe not even that much. So having the inspiration to use these supplies to just make a different kind of card for more of our avid crafter. So that's the whole point behind the alternative card, and it's a lot of fun. So it's a lot of fun to watch me sweat through making something beautiful happen live in front of your eyes. So at this point in time, I want to draw attention to our Paper Pumpkin subscribers who are joining us. Hopefully they're watching along. If not, maybe they'll catch the replay. So thank you for supporting our business. We really appreciate it. Gail Kane, Pat Butts, Carissa Planica. Sorry about that. New name for me, so thank you for joining and supporting the business. Tracy Gruby, Sherry Meyer, Angela Knudsen. Sorry. She's a long-time firm supporter of Cards by Christine. I always just struggle on her name, so sorry about that. Barb Freund, Laurie Kaiser, Brenda Crudwig, Laura Sullivan, Patricia Williger, Carmen Melendez, Deborah Schultz, Helen Voigt, Deborah Ryan, Shelley Schultz, Lynn Beasley, Amy Ponce, Barb Johnson, Laura Wood, and Betty Pyle. So, if you are here, say hi. I'd love to know that you're watching along. And if you are not here, and I shouldn't say, that's not what I meant to say. If you are not on the list, but you want to be able to make these cards, or you want to claim one of the lists, we'll add you to the list if you catch a comment before. Hi, Tom! Oh my gosh, so Chris, you got to tell me who you're with and where you're going, because it sounded like you are having a lot of fun, especially if you're hanging out with Tom. I miss him. I haven't seen him in a long time. So Chris, if you don't know, is my cousin, and Tom is her brother, also my cousin. So yeah, if you are interested, we would love for you to comment before the end of the live so you can get your name in on the drawing as well. So without further ado, let's start making our cards. Hi, Lynn. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so we are stamping Santa and we're stamping Christmas. So let me get some supplies. Santa. Oh, we're stamping Santa on Santa. Okay, I'm like, what am I looking for here? And then Christmas is going on a bitty banner. Okay, we also need this piece, and we need Mary. So many things. Okay, And we need a banner. Such a fun color scheme. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Yes! Okay, Deb. Wow. I've always loved you, but I love you even more. So, 38 people are watching, which is great. Welcome and hi to all the 38. This is my first live. Just kidding. So, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Also, a great suggestion. Would love the support. And if you're watching, but you're not currently subscribing to Cards by Christine on our YouTube channel, we are about 300 away from, we've hit our goal, but we're 300 away from our stretch goal. And just because it's a stretch goal doesn't mean we're going to give up. So please, we would love for you to go ahead and subscribe and share with your friends to subscribe so that we can give away an extra bundle. Oh, so here you go. So there are 3 cards. There are 3 sheets of this punch out. So automatically you're getting 3 extra Santas. So that's pretty cool. All right. So I think that's all we need on that. And then we need to bring in our, woohoo! Thanks, Laura. Okay. So let's bring in our card base. Actually, I'm stepping ahead. We actually just need to stamp let's follow instructions. Why don't we do that? Okay, so I'm going to grab my black. I'm going to grab my stamps. And where did I put the stamp pad? Try not to cover up all the information. If you ever need to get a hold of Chris, her contact information is on the on every video, kind of here-ish. I think our station moved. This used to be in like the upper left-hand corner. Now it's kind of more in the middle. So you can reach Chris by email or phone, and her website has a lot of information as well. Tom, Tyler, and I are going to Louisville for the weekend. Holy man, that's pretty exciting. Did the Indianapolis Zoo today. This feels like deja vu from last year when we watched you in Hawaii. So what is better, Hawaii or Louisville? I think I know the answer to that one. But still fun to get out and explore nonetheless. I went to Louisville a long time ago, like a long, long time ago. You'd laugh if you saw the pictures. I was probably like 8 and yeah, that was a phase. Ooh, oh, that's true. Okay, so we are going to Indianapolis in 2 weeks. I cannot wait for, I think it's called Onstage. Haha, I don't even really know. That's how like out of touch I've been with what's going on around me these past few months. Ooh, so I'm gonna give you a little, let's see here, camera. I can't get it that close. Got a little splotchiness on the stamping. So let's I'm gonna explain to you why that happened and do better next time. So first time you use photopolymer stamps, it's a great idea to stamp off some of the stickiness. As you kind of heard, it like, you hear that. So it's a good idea to stamp off the stickiness. It doesn't always take care of all of it, but it will give you a better stamped image than I just got there. It is what it is. It's not that big of a deal, but good practice to do that so that you don't compromise your stamped image. Now, if you're stamping it just on a piece of like paper or something like that, you can always like stamp it over, but like especially on this Santa, it's not so great to mess up because you don't want to throw it away. Like I mentioned, there are extras, but okay, so I stamped off some of that stickiness. Now I'm going to bring this in. It's going to fit. Always good to check. Okay, yeah, so in 2 weeks, I can't even believe, just over 2 weeks. We're leaving on Friday. We are heading to Indianapolis for our onstage event. I am so stinking excited. We did a bus trip as a Cards by Christine, and you don't have to be on Cards by Christine to do it, but as a like thing that Chris coordinated. We did it for the first time in 2019, just before the pandemic. And it was so much fun. And then, of course, the pandemic happened and we weren't able to do it for the last 2 years. So first time we're pulling it back together. We're getting on a coach bus. We're going all the way to Indianapolis, staying in a hotel, a whole weekend of stamping and just kind of camaraderie with the Stampin' Up crew, with other stampers and crafters. It is going to be such a good time. I cannot wait. Weekend away from the boys, like, not that like that's something that I need or want, but like it's just something, it's like my adult weekend. There's no kids, there's no crying, there's no I don't want to eat my chicken nuggets. It's all right. And then I miss them a lot, so I'm happy to come back. Okay, so stamping is done. Step 2, dimensionals on the back of our die cut lattice sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do more than that. Obviously, if they tell you only need 5, you probably only need 5, but it's a kind of big piece of paper, so I want to make sure that it stays stuck. And then I'm probably, let's see here. I'll maybe go like this. So obviously if they did it, there's probably absolutely nothing wrong with doing just the 5, but it's a, you know, it's a kind of a full-size mat, so I don't want it to sag for sure. Not what I'm looking for. And then maybe I'll go here, here, oopsies, and here. And then we'll put 2 more down here. Okay. So that's how that's gonna go. Then we're gonna bring this piece in to adhere this to. And take all these dimensional backs off. Oops. So basically, I think I never finished the story. What Chris was saying is she scouted out, they went to the Indianapolis Zoo and scouted out a bunch of things that we need to hit up when we go to Indy in a couple of weeks. So if I recall last year, we went somewhere special on the way down. We went to Mars Cheese. Okay, like, I don't know if we're going past that again, but that was amazing. And then we went to some, like, I don't know, some store that was like garden goods and stuff like that. That was pretty fun too. And then we, let's see here, that was in Lansing. And we hit up a couple like local restaurants and all sorts of, you know, we don't have a ton of time because we are only there for the weekend and it is kind of a substantial trip. So we have to do stamping things. But it is still fun to try some of the local things that are the talk of the town. And so it's kind of cool to do that. So next is I'm trying to get it over here without breaking it. Next is a die cut of the snowflakes. So you're just going to very gingerly punch that out. This one has a little bit of a flapped over piece, so I'm just going to make sure that that hits where it's going to get covered anyways. I'm assuming this is the biggest one, so I might be wrong, but we're going to go with that. Have a dimensional back stuck there. Okay, so it looks like this goes approximately here-ish. And I want to intentionally have that piece there. I always say you are more than welcome to use what is in your kit. So they suggest putting one glue dot in the middle there. Oh, speaking of which, I need some glue dots. I need to order some. I just reminded myself of that. Okay, so there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, but I am a liquid glue aficionado, so I like to use liquid glue. So I'm just going to lightly go down each of the spines of the snowflake. And then just carefully put it down because now I don't really want to shimmy it because of the glue. But I think I feel a little more secure about it if I do that. So let's see here. They have a peak kind of pointing at that spot. Oh, I did not do that the same. My peaky guy is here and it was there. So, oops. Hopefully it's still covered. Actually, I mean, I can still make it covered. What I will do though is just snip it. Ah, I just hit the funny bone in my knee. So Chris and I sit differently. I cannot not sit on my feet while I'm working on stuff. So she's got this really comfortable pad that she sits on in her chair, but it elevates me too much. I should just take it off because, I mean, it's not like it matters. But I was sitting on it and trying to sit on my crossed legs, and I felt like I was high in the sky. But anyways, okay, so now that we have that down, we need to dimensionalize our Santa. They suggest 2 dimensionals behind Santa, and he's kind of gonna go cockeyed, just partially covering up the snowflake. And then Mary is gonna go on the banner. Again, go straight ahead and use your glue dots if you want. I'm just going to use liquid glue. Very carefully trace along here. Okay, flip it over and stick that on. They have it pretty straight. So much concentration. Okay. Then, so you'll see here that they show the dimensionals, 3 dimensionals running along the bottom. So we want it to be on the bottom so it doesn't interfere with our little Santa's beard here. All right, so does anyone have anything special planned for Halloween? Or what are the little ones in your life dressing up as? Because now I need to show off what I made. I made the boys' Halloween costumes this year. It's not like something I strive to need to do, but when one son wants to be an excavator and the other son wants to be Henry Train, so that's from Thomas and Friends, but I will warn you, he's not a very popular character, and he was one of the core characters from the original Railway series, but when they switched over to All Engines Go, which is a much more like cartoonized version of the story, they really kind of lost touch with a lot of the great things about Thomas. I don't dislike All Engines Go, but like Henry is not a character in All Engines Go, and my son You know, I was a little surprised that he chose Henry, but there's a story where Henry glows in the dark, and it was one of his favorite stories. So I think that's why he chose it. So I'm happy. It was fun to make it with him. But it's like, really? Mommy's got lots of work for Halloween this year. Okay, so here's our Merry Christmas. Ooh, sorry, camera. The camera station's, I think, a little different. Merry Christmas. They do suggest putting one, which this is weird for me, one embellishment in the center of the snowflake. So you can see that here. They show the one embellishment there, and you can see the shadow of it there. I'm inclined to want to use more than one, but I don't know. I'm assuming there's enough, but I don't know. Usually you go in odd numbers, and yes, one is an odd number, but that just seems, I can't get it off. That just seems weird that we're just using one. Also, the other thing that a little bit bothers me about it, so I'm going to put it there because that's where they suggest it goes. But the other thing that seems a little weird about that is the embellishment has a little bit of like a vanilla tone to it, and the snowflake is white and kind of hyper white because of the iridescent features, but we're going with it. So there is card number 1, and here you see, I don't know if you can see this, it really sags in the middle there. You can catch it there. So I am actually going to throw one additional embellishment. Excuse me. Wow. Okay, I need to stop talking and start thinking and then keep talking. One additional dimensional, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my reverse tweezer so that I can use my fingers to lift this up, and then the tweezer is just going to shimmy it under there. So that'll help. That's that sagging that I was talking about. It's a big piece, so it's likely to sag. So that's why I felt like I wanted a few extra dimensionals, and why I'm even then putting more. All right, there we go. All right, card number 1, a success. Now, on to card number 2. Okay. We need the stitched looking banner and that little falling stars and snowflakes card. Okay, so we're putting Santa on that, and then Santa Claus is coming to town on the other one. So yes, that's my story about the costumes. As soon as I'm done with this, I'll show them to you because I am incredibly proud of them. It was fun to make, and just really, they're very proud to wear them. They're not super practical, especially like with car seats and stuff like that. And I think the kiddos are coming to the museum's event tomorrow night, and there's no way they can wear those costumes with all the activities going on, but they'll wear them to the museum at least. But I've been very busy. All right, so there's that one. Now let's do Santa Claus is coming to town. All right. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm humming Christmas songs because I guess 'tis the season. That is one downfall to crafting. If you make things, like make Christmas decorations or Christmas gifts, Christmas cards, you start so early and people think you're crazy, but like you can't help but make Christmas cards and sing Christmas carols. Okay, so there is that. Before you do anything else, my suggestion is that you close up your ink pad. Mass pandemonium ensues. Okay, so now we need the frame and the candy cane stripes. Okay. So I'm assuming it's the shorter, thicker one. Oh, thank you so much, Melanie. I feel so just like I'm in such a phase of my life where I'm so busy at work and I'm so busy at home that I feel like I'm doing a lot of things, but not doing many of them very well. So thank you for your kind words. You need them every so often. Okay, so now we're gonna take our liquid glue. Let's see here. I don't want the liquid glue to seep out the side. What is going on here? Okay, so this goes on the bottom of here and then the frame goes on top of that, it appears. Oh, it kind of hangs down a little bit. Okay, so that's the same width. You guys. Oh, and then I didn't even stop to show off the costume. Okay, that's next. Okay, so according to the picture, this hangs like this per se. Like you got a little bit of border on each side, and then the same with the frame. So now, again, liquid glue is my choice, but they do provide you with the glue dots if that is what you would like to use. This layer gets put down flat, and then the next, ooh, we're gonna get very tight here. The next, like when this is all together with the frame and everything, is going to get dimensionals. I need to see the picture of this because it shows that it's casting a shadow, which is not going to happen if we are using liquid glue. I mean, and that's the glue dots that they're showing. So where's a picture of the actual card? Yeah, that is just glued flat. I mean, and obviously this is just a digital representation of it. It's not necessarily, I don't want to say perfect because that's not what I'm trying to say, but it's not like real supplies, but they had that visual cue to show that and that's like how they do it when they do dimensionals. I was like, what's going on here? Ooh, and then, sorry, I got a little bit of spillage with my glue. I'm going to get some Stella out. Stella, this is not in your kit, so my apologies, but Stella is a controlled glitter pen, and she's just divine. So I'm going to put some Stella up in the stars and the snowflakes up here. I don't want to touch on the stamped image because even when it's dry, it can still kind of get picked up with the alcohol that's in the marker, or not marker, in the Stella. So I'm kind of just avoiding the whole stamped area. Of course, if I would have thought of this first, I could have done it on the whole piece before I stamped it. But this is working just fine, but I do suggest not touching on those. If you do have this and choose to use it, I do suggest not touching on the stamped image, otherwise it absolutely will start to get into that tip and spread, which you do not want. Okay, so that is this piece. See, I think I was supposed to, it's not going to make much of a difference, but I think I was supposed to overlay the frame over this piece. But it is what it is. Okay, so moving on to the next then. We've got, okay, another snowflake. This time I think we're using the smaller snowflake. And we're gonna glue this on the card front. We're going to use dimensionals behind this guy. Again, I'm gonna be a little more generous with the dimensionals. Okay, well that one didn't have a back on it. Okay. Center it up top here. Okay, then Santa Claus is coming to town is dimensionalized. So that's double thick here. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm doing this correctly because something about this layer doesn't seem right. But we're just gonna go with it. I'm gonna look at the front one more time. I don't know. It is what it is. And we're putting this guy on. Again, I'm just gonna do a little bit of glue. I just like my glue, okay? All right, so now we're gonna go roughly here-ish. And then our Santa Claus is coming to town. Gets offset here. Very nice. Then we've got die cut ho ho hos and a die cut vellum ho ho ho. Should say it's laser cut, not die cut, but close enough. Oh no, my phone is dying. Ha ha. Not going. That's not going to work so well. Also, I need it to navigate home. I have to drop something off. Someone bought something on Marketplace and I need to drop it off. So I need to have my phone for its map. Okay, so there are those pieces. All right, so now we're just gluing these together and then sticking it down. I could absolutely see the benefit of using glue dots in an instance like this, but I feel more confident in the hold of the liquid glue, just knowing that it's adhered in more places. Okay, so ho ho ho. It's not such a huge deal because it's just smaller pieces here, but I do try to intentionally put the glue or glue dots, it doesn't matter, behind a hidden piece because you sometimes do see the adhesive behind vellum. Oh, there we go. All right, ho, 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 and away we go. I really like this card. I like this kind of atypical color scheme. So we've got Well, I think that's, oh, let's just not think. Let's just look. Bermuda Bay, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, early espresso, shaded spruce, sweet sorbet, and berry vanilla. I love it. All right, let's see here. On to the last one. Ooh, I like this. Okay, so we're bringing our Santa friend back. Yeah. Okay, so I don't even think I'm going to be able to show now that my phone is like, it's not dead, but it's almost dead. I don't think I'm going to be able to show my Halloween costumes. So I'm going to take a quick jaunt out to my car, grab my phone charger so I can charge my phone while we're talking, and then I'll have enough juice to get me home. I don't think I have one in my purse anymore. Okay, quick break. Go take a potty break, refill your decaf or whatever you're drinking, and I will be right back. Okay. It is not cold, especially for the time of the year, but oh man, it's a little bit chilly. And I only have a 1 foot cord, so I'm gonna have to wait till it charges a little bit because that's the length that I have for reach. Okay, so now our Santa, oh, see, I made an overpromise here. I thought we didn't need any more Santas, but we do. So we don't actually have extra Santas. Our extra Santas are for this card. Okay, so we need this piece. We need the Santa. And then we need a couple more pieces. So you either could put Joy or the Santa. So they were kind enough to give you the J and the Y, which is part of the kit, but then the O they included as well. Maybe you don't celebrate Santa, maybe it's a little too kiddie for you. Great adaptation that they included the O. And now if you use the Santa, well, you just have an extra O that you can play with. Okay, then we need this candy cane stripes. Tom said I should buy a phone charger to keep plugged in for you. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. But don't you have a Samsung phone as well? I'd be surprised if you don't have a charger around here somewhere. I just knew where mine was. Okay, and then we need a little strip of green. So where do I find that? Oh, haha. You guys are probably having a gay old time just laughing at my commentary. And by you guys, I meant to say Chris, Tom, and Tyler. They just know how, like, strung out and quirky I am. Okay, so here's the green strip. And then, oh, we're going to need a ton of snowflakes. Holy man. 1 big and 2 small. I'm just going to do this while I'm kind of in this pile. So there's 1 big and 2 small. And I saw a comment earlier that there's plenty of extra room. I'm going to cough. That you can die cut some more things in this extra space. So keep that in mind. Okay. All right, now you can move all of that out of the way. I think we should be done with everything. Got a very shifty pile going on here. Okay, so then bring in these 2 pieces for our stamping. Oh my goodness. I just have piles on piles on piles. As Mary Gunn would say, a mesk, which is a messy desk. That's what I got. All right, so let's open up the stamp pad, we're going with Sandy Claus. And then it's photopolymer, so have a decent shot of getting it exactly where you want it. Not half bad. Then we clean that off, and we are looking for 'Tis the Season to Be Jolly. All right. Quick swap of stamps. Okay, this one just fits, and it fits diagonal. So if you're newer to Paper Pumpkin or newer to me, I think I say this every time, just because I want to cover the basis. You never know who's tuning in. Paper Pumpkin, the first time you subscribe, comes with a C block, I think. Nope, sorry, a D size block. Well, I should double check that. I think it's the D size block. And every stamp ever that comes in a Paper Pumpkin kit is guaranteed to fit on your D block. So this one, of course, is diagonal, but sure as the day is long, it's gonna fit on there. So this is a tiny little one to stamp on. Beautiful. All right, now, with an exception of the alternative, we are done with our stamping. Okay. Also, don't have a clue what the alternative is going to look like yet, so I don't know what stamps we're going to be using. But I do always try to use the Paper Pumpkin kit stamps so that you're really utilizing what's in the kit to make the alternative card. All right, so next up we have this lattice piece and some dimensionals. Again, I'm going to go a little heavy on the dimensionals just because of that bowing that we saw before. So I think I'm going to go there and there. And, you know, there I say it, and I did it wrong. Oy. Okay, and then I'm also going to put up top here. Okay. All right, then this is going on our card base. One medium and two small, not the large one for the last card. Okay, I think I need to look at that a little closer. So that makes sense. One medium and two small. Okay, so this is the first card. Second. Okay, yeah, so the biggest snowflake goes on the first card, and then the second card uses one of the medium ones, and then the third card uses a medium and two smalls. And you have just enough for all of the cards. Okay, so now we've got our lattice piece goes edge to edge, centered vertically. Then we need our medium-sized snowflake on the bottom. And then our two small ones are going to go on the left and right. Okay. Okay. The teensy tiny ones get pretty little, so I'm just gonna put a dab in the middle just like they would with a glue dot. All right. Oh, they're so pretty. Okay, then we've got the candy cane stripes. Oh, Lou Ann just said that there are people using the lattice pieces as a stencil for blending, which would be very pretty. All right, so now this piece gets glued down first, and then the next piece, the piece with the sentiment, goes next. I'm assuming they're the same length, so yep. Just gonna leave a little of that peeking out. All right, then we need some dimensionals. So we're gonna do Joy with our Santa Claus. All right, in terms of suggested use of dimensionals, we've got 1 on the J, and then half dimensionals on the Y. And I'm not going to cut it because our glue scissors is not here. So I'm just going to kind of tear them. I could go get a glue scissors from Chris's bag, but I'm also going to advise using a half dimensional on the tip of the J, just because I feel as though we don't want it to sag again. All right, so, and then 2 on the O, or the Santa. Now I'm gonna start with Santa because he is the center. And then we'll put the J. And the Y. Oh, this one's my favorite. Okay, so speaking of which is your favorite? I'm going to, oh, you know, I wonder if these don't have embellishments on them. I don't see any instruction for the embellishments, but they give you embellishments. So there's one there. Oh, okay, so they have them in the center of all of the snowflakes. That would be a great time to be using your take your pick tool, not your fingernails. That didn't work so well. Let's see here. Well, okay, so I placed this snowflake not quite in the same place that they placed their snowflake. Actually, yeah, I think the instructions shows this down a little farther, but that is a lot better. You see a lot more of that beautiful snowflake. Also, don't have the opportunity to put the little gemmy thing on the center if you place it where I placed it. So keep that in mind. Also, we always like to use even, odd amounts of embellishments. So I'm gonna go ahead and, find a different place to put this, which is easier said than done. I'll just plop that right there. Okay. Wonderful. Seeing a lot of love for the Joy card. I'm trying to clean up my space a little bit so that you guys can see the cards without all the distraction of everything else that we have going on. All right, let's see here. Just trying to clean up just a little bit. have the Merry Christmas and the Ho 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 and our Joy card. Oh my goodness, the station is so shifty. All right, so those are the 3 cards we made, which are beautiful. Now let's be inspired to make an alternative, you know? Okay, so my preference, so like I like these cards. I don't feel like I need to reinvent any of these cards. My preference when designing alternatives is to make something potentially with the scraps that can supplement all the cards that you're able to make in addition to the kit. So that can be more challenging for sure. I might need to utilize some of those materials, but we'll see. Okay, moved those out of the way. I think I'm going to use these candy cane stripes. I like them a lot. So I should say, oftentimes I facilitate that by cutting up the envelopes. So I really like this too. I could see using that. Now this is a much smaller strip though, because they put the adhesive on the envelope and then here's the score strip. Of course you could keep the score strip, you will see it, but let's see here. This had pinstripes on the inside. Oh, those are really pretty too. Okay, let's start with that. I don't want to lose my embellishments. I very much dig this color scheme of crumb cake with cherry cobbler. So I think I'll be using that too. Actually, you know what? This is a great time before I forget again to show off the costumes that I made for my kiddos. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Haha. So here, oh my gosh, they're so cute. I'm trying to find the picture. Here's Jakey with his excavator costume. He's 2. Oops. It was a kit, so this one I can't take a whole ton of credit for. It's got tracks and then a boom arm that lifts and a bucket that opens. I'm going to try to find a picture that shows that because it was hard to get him to stand still and smile and take a picture. And then this is Henry Train. So this is Zachary. He's 4 and he has always liked trains. Very cute, not trying to cut him off, but showing off the costume. So it's got, Henry has 10 wheels. He glows in the dark because of the glow in the dark book. There's his face, and then you put the candy in the smokestack and it collects into a shoebox. He's number 3. He's got red stripes. Oh my god, I'm so proud of this. Oh, hear that. So that is, and here, my friends, this is a paper pumpkin box. I flipped it inside out and painted it. So yes, that's what you can use your paper pumpkin boxes for. And then let's see if I can find a better picture of the excavator. Here we go. So here is the excavator arm. It was a kit from Kiwi Company. I love Kiwi Company a lot. And all of the pieces were cut and scored. They had holes in them. They had, you know, purple to purple, pink to pink, red to red. And then they had these little like fastener things. It probably took me only 20 or 30 minutes to put it together, and it was such a hit. It was, I'm so glad we did that. They loved it. All right, so that's that. All right, now let's think here. I need a little bit of inspiration. I want to use these stamps. I'm probably gonna use the Santa. Okay, let's see here. this is somewhat the least prepared I've been. So bear with me as I gather up a little inspiration. Also, I haven't eaten supper, so sometimes that's when I really struggle, is when my brain is just, you know, not functioning very great. But that's okay. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I think, grab inspiration from this card. Thank you so much for all of the love on the costumes. Oh my god, I was looking down, so I wasn't even paying attention. Oh my goodness, I thank you. I really appreciate the love and support, because it took some ambition, but I'm so glad I did it. And like, Zach is 4, so he was able to help with the costume, which was great. Jake, I did most of it when Jake was napping, because he's younger and just, that would have been very difficult. But it was just so much fun. Okay, so here's what I think I'm going to do. I would like to pull in some, so I'm gonna emulate this. So let's bring in some basic white. Let's bring in some cherry cobbler. Let's see here. I think scraps will do. We'll see. And then, oh, I need to get my phone plugged back in. And then I need to get the comments back up. Sorry, I got myself sidetracked on that costume thing, and now I need to get myself pulled back together. So let's do this. Nope, we're still not. It's hard to catch back up. All right, here we go. All right, so let's go ahead. You saw a little bit of, okay, so I'm gonna do a white card base. So let's move these. I'm gonna keep this close by for inspiration. And then, uh-oh, where's the cutter? Here it is. Okay. All right, we're gonna make just a normal card base. Four and a quarter. Also going to do this. I have 2 things percolating right now, so who knows? We might get 2 cards out of this. Ooh, that was not a very good score. Ooh, that was not deep enough. Alrighty. Okay, so now I need to slice and dice this guy. I'm gonna do that on the guillotine because I always feel like the guillotine makes a nice, crisper cut. So, ouchie, I pinched my finger. We're gonna do that. And then we're going to, you could use a scissor, but I'm just gonna cut the very end so that it opens it. Oh, look at all that beauty. So, again, here's my story. I don't like wasting this. I always feel as though putting a card or putting a fancy envelope, I said it right the first time. Putting a card in a fancy envelope is destined for the trash. So I don't like doing that. So I like using envelopes. Okay, so I want it, so 4 1/4 is the height here. I want it like 4, maybe 4. That's what we're gonna shoot for. And then I also want it to be 5 1/2. Obviously, it's close to 5 1/2, but because it's an envelope, it's a little bigger than 5 1/2 so that you have that extra space to slide the envelope in easily. Okay, so now here's where I'm gonna see if I need the guillotine, because get those frayed edges. I think I'm okay. Okay, and then I also want a piece of basic white. Let's see here. Okay, so that needs to be 5 1/2 by, what size do we have here? Three, but I'm wondering if I want it to be just a hair smaller, although that would give 1/2 inch on each side. Oh my goodness, ladies, I am so indecisive. This is very difficult for me. So, hey, let's see here. Oopsies, where'd my comments go? Can I, sorry, still trying to figure it all out. I think I'm gonna go 2 3/4. Cause I want just a little bit more of this piece to show out. So here we bring this guy back in, and 2 3/4 by 5 1/2. I don't think if we're talking paper conservation, I'm probably not doing this right. I don't want to start a full sheet of paper. Ink 6. So basically we cut it and it's gonna be fine. 2 3/4. Indecisiveness is like something I thrive at, so don't bother me, or don't mind me. Oh, why did I cut 2 of them? Whoops. My bad. Okay, now let's bring the guillotine back in. You could either do this, or you could cut it in strips and save some more, which is what I'm gonna do. Wish I would have made these just a hair smaller, but I didn't. Ooh, that is not folded straight. That's a lot better. Sorry, I was holding the piece of paper with my teeth. I said that's a little better. Okay, so that goes there. Now when you glue the next one, you want to make sure that your stripes are going the same way. Not as in like vertical versus horizontal, but like this one's got the pink edge and the red edge on that side. Just a small detail, but can make a difference. And then you also want to make sure that the border is pretty much the same. Then let's go ahead and put this on. No, let's stamp it first. All right, so let's do 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna put some snowflakes. So I'm guessing, all right. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end up stamping Frosty. And then I'm just going to trace the joy, or the J and the Y, on Cherry Cobbler. And I'm gonna flip it upside down so that if you, like if I don't cut right up to the pencil marks, you won't see them. I'm gonna put these on here. Again, I'm basically just trying to get some extra mileage out of this set. I'm really casing the Paper Pumpkin card almost exactly as it is. And that's why you're seeing me like use this exact same layout. Okay. And then, yeah, I'm gonna just do this while the other ideas are percolating. Here's some fussy cutting. Oh, thanks, Lynn. I really, I notice that when I don't eat, and it's not that I'm trying not to eat, and I just ran myself a little too tight tonight. I can still think on my feet, but I struggle to talk through it. So thank you for bearing with me as I struggle to communicate. I should just have like some, not granola bars, something with a little more substance just in my car that is like shelf stable. Okay, so there's a J. They don't look as crisp as the like die cut or laser cut images, but they're pretty simple. I mean, the curves of the J are a little more challenging, but this Y especially is a lot of straight cuts. So not too bad. And then the worst of it is going to be the Santa. I know that already, so we'll do that next. So, who out there likes fussy cutting? Am I speaking anyone's language here? And I know in the past Stampin' Up! Has had some letter sets, so you could absolutely, if you have them, get by with using them. Or if you have a Cricut, you could do that too. Okay, so then let's stamp our Santa Claus. So, ouch. Hello from California. It's okay. You're just jumping in when we're putting together our alternative card. And I might, I still have one more that's kind of coming together. So we might throw together a little bit of a bonus. We'll see. Okay, so I need my, I'm actually gonna grab a couple blends. What am I gonna do? 1 second. Yeah, all right. What do we got here? I'm just grabbing a couple blends to color my Sandy Claus. I have no clue if any of these colors are gonna look good together. This might even be the same color. Dark, okay, they're not. All right, and I grabbed another piece of candy. Oh, you're right, Luann. You absolutely could stamp Santa right on the card. That would be a bit easier. I think I'm still gonna dimensionalize it, but that is a fantastic suggestion. Also, full disclosure, I grabbed the memento pad. Now, when I do alternatives, I do try to stick almost strictly with what came with the Paper Pumpkin kit originally. There's nothing wrong with stamping Santa in early espresso, but I did kind of want him to be black outlined instead of the brown. So yeah, but if you don't have memento, you absolutely could still stamp him in brown. Now, I feel like Stampin' Up! Brought back puff paint or whatever that stuff's called. Maybe they didn't, but if they do, that would look so cute on the, oh my, on the little puff ball on his hat. I brought in a couple reds to color our Santa Claus. Give him a cherry nose. Color his hat. Obviously, all of this was done for you with the kit because it was pre-printed, but that's the great thing about that stamp being in the set is that now you can use it for other things. Okay, so that was Sweet Sorbet. Now I'm going to add some Dark Poppy Parade. This has a pretty mangled tip, so it's going to be hard to get it to blend. So I'm going to switch. I admittedly do not spend enough time using blends to have good blend techniques. Like, not at all. So, do not take notes from me on how to use blends. That's maybe only semi-successful. I also brought in a couple of the skin tone blends. Of course, this matches my skin tone, but this is not the only skin tone that Santa could be. That looks nice. Is this one lighter or darker? Oh my goodness. So that one's a lot lighter. So we'll stick with that. Oh my God, Luann, that's such a great idea. Oh, I kind of want to do that. So Luann's suggestion is, you've got the O right here. You could cut out the O, just like you did with the J and the Y, and then cut out the Santa hat and put the Santa hat on top of the O. Oh my goodness, that is a splendid suggestion. Round of applause for Luann. Luann is killing it tonight. So does anyone know if Stampin' Up! Does or doesn't have that puff style paint right now? We had it a long time ago, and I think maybe they brought it back, but it would just be a fun little addition to our Santa Claus, especially where he's going to be on white paper and he is primarily white. Here, I did a bad job choosing to fussy cut this in the way I did. Usually you leave some sort of little border, and I went straight up to the outline, which is making it substantially more challenging. So don't do like I am, and probably give yourself that little bit of buffer. Or follow Luann's lead and just stamp it right on the paper. This is just such a cute little Santa Claus. I love it so much. Okay, we're nearing the end of the fussy cutting. Oopsies. Okay. Okay, there we go. It's in the mini catalog. Yay! Okay, so, oh yeah. Probably should have also done Santa's hat as cherry cobbler. That would have been smart. Okay, now we're going to stamp "'Tis the Season to be Jolly" along the bottom. Again, I'm going to opt for Memento instead of brown. That is a great idea too. You can run either a blend or a black marker or any type of anything black in your arsenal along the edge to freshen up the fussy cut edges. Okay, "'Tis the Season to be Jolly." This one looks like it's going to be really splotchy. Struggling a little bit tonight with our stamps, so that's also a little crooked. So we'll give it another shot. Yeah, that's more crooked. Ay, 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 ay. Well, it's handmade. At least I gave it a good shot. All right, let's get these cleaned up. And then, oh, you know what's gonna freshen this bad boy up? So go ahead and use that puff paint if you got it. If you don't, use your Stella. I'm not gonna put Stella on his beard because I just feel like that's a little iffy. But it looks nice on his hat. Okay, time for the dimension. No, I do want to stamp some snowflakes yet. So let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna do Coastal Cabana. Where did I put my stamping scrap paper? I'm losing my mind. I'll just scrap this one. I don't know where I put it. Okay. And I think I'm just going to stamp a lot of snowflakes. That is very powerful. Okay, if I were to do this again, I would probably not include full strength. At this point, it might be the smartest for me just to cut my losses and start over. But I'm getting hungry and tired. Sorry, that was a full transparent moment. grab a couple of full strength ones in there, but we'll just top her off with some of these. I do like it, and you can't see it. I'll move it up into the screen in just a second. Here we go. We've got our joy. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. All right, Santa Claus goes there. Oh my gosh, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, dimensionals are, oh my goodness. I'm really losing it. Oh, well, they weren't even close to in front of me, so now I don't feel quite so bad. Ooh, why is this so tight? I didn't think it was quite so tight last time. This also means I need to tear some more dimensionals apart. All right, we're getting there. Oh my goodness gracious. These must be, I mean, they've got, I traced. They seem like they're a little smaller, but I just can't see how that could be. They just want to be a little challenging. I'll just say that. This Santa Claus, oh my gosh, I know I've said it, is so cute. All right, let's figure out where he roughly needs to be. And then I would like to, I mean, obviously this would look better if the "'Tis the Season to be Jolly" was not crooked. Then I would like to put the whole shebang up on stilts. I'm gonna use the edge. I'm gonna use the corner. Use a couple more. I'm just gonna stick this one silly. Okay. Now, another thing that's kind of missing is ribbon. So I feel like Paper Pumpkin hasn't been including ribbon much recently. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have a pulse. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. I don't have a pulse with what ribbon is kind of available right now. So I'm not going to go parading through the drawers of opportunity to look, but I would maybe include, oh, you know what I would do? Oh my goodness, now I need to. Just give me a second. Okay. Don't yell at me if this is retired, because it might be. Oh no, I didn't think I stuck it down. Okay, let's all pray that this comes up, because I have a great idea. Okay, one more. Just kidding, two more. Okay, now what we're gonna do is that gosh darn lamb technique on the bottom here. I just pulled something from the drawer. I can't promise that it's still available or that it's not retired. My sincere apologies if it is, but I guarantee you if it is, there is an equal, if not greater, opportunity available in the catalog as a current offering. So we're going to start by running some tear and tape along the bottom. And then we're just gonna weave back and forth. I love how this is a sheer ribbon. You know what, I'm doing it backwards because you're not gonna see it on that side. We'll go this way. I love how this is a sheer ribbon because you're gonna see that candy cane stripe through it. So basically all you're doing is just weaving it up and down. And then usually I try not to end with it down, but it is down, so it is what it is. Let's grab the ribbon scissor. No, you know what? I bet you I can make that come back up. I don't know, I just like squaring it off. Sometimes it doesn't look horrible if it just stays hanging down if you know, cut it nice enough. Okay, then you're gonna top off. Yay, thank you guys. You guys are such a captive crew. I really appreciate you guys helping me through. Normally, I have a much better pulse of what is going on and what's in the catalog, but I've just been so, so otherwise busy with kids and with work that I haven't been able to invest my time in card making as much as I like to. So I'm happy because I think this is going to be a great ribbon for this. So let's try that again. Oh my God. I think we will all agree that that was a worthy chaotic moment. You know, and I don't really hate the full strength snowflakes when I get this all together because that is shaded spruce in there, so it's not the same color, but because of how rich it is, it kind of looks like it matches. So there is an alternative card. I'm going to very quickly, I hope I don't regret this, but I'm going to very quickly try to make one more. Oh my gosh, I should have planned this out a little better. This would have been the perfect piece to use for the card. Okay, so I pulled this. So let's go ahead. This is not something I would normally do, but because of the pieces I'm working with, I already cut myself one of those. I'm just going to slap a full-sized card front on the front. This is silly. It's silly. It does add a lot. And you're right, Susie. I don't regret being invested in the kiddos. And we've got a lot of exciting things going on at work too, that I'm very blessed to be a part of. It all adds up. That's also why I'm so incredibly excited. Yeah, sorry, I moved away from the alternative way too fast. But that's also why I'm so incredibly excited to be going on the trip to Indianapolis, to really check back in with my card friends and with that passion of mine. So looking forward to that. Okay, now I'm going to add, all right. Bear with me. It's brewing again. All right, so I'm going to put this stuff back. I'm going to grab some basic black. Now, ladies, can you help me? I know they will be big way too soon. Is there a current gold offering in the catalog? I'll explain why in just a bit. But is there a current gold, like brushed metallic gold or gold foil, any or all of the above? That being said, I'm not going to go find it, but if there is, I'm just going to call it out because that is what I would wish I was using. Santa's got me feeling all the Christmas vibes. I really like this idea I'm pulling together. I just hope that I can do it some justice. Okay, so here's that piece. Here's another piece. All I'm doing is bringing in a couple of pieces of 5 1/4 by an undetermined height. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I'm gonna make myself a 1 inch by 5 1/4 black strip. Ah, Susie, that's right. You guys are joining us. I'm so excited. All right, so let's see here. Get that out of the way. Making cascading dominoes. Okay, so then I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. It's coming together. And then I haven't heard, I know that there's a bit of a delay, so I haven't heard from my friends to know if there is a gold option. So these are all butting up to each other, so I want them to be even. But my red is a little shy of my white and my black. So I'm gonna trim that down. And I'm gonna trim that down. Just eyeballing it. Doesn't necessarily matter what size. So back to this, we're gonna do this. So I think this one's gonna be a concept. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this one to completion, just based on some of the resources that I'm able to pull just from right in this seat. I'm gonna go see if I've got one more thing. Okay, are you seeing it? Do you know where I'm going with this? I'll be right back. All right, I was able to find what I was looking for, so we'll see. Okay, so I grabbed the layering circles. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a sandwich of a white circle. That's way too big. That'll do it. And then a cherry cobbler. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Little scallopy edge around it. So bear with me. I'm gonna come off screen for a minute. I have too big of a mess on my desk to be able to make room for you to see me bring up the die cutter. So, but that is what I'm doing right now. This one, and then piece of white. All right, I'll be right back. Distress, oh my gosh, Distress Gold, Gold and Rose Gold Metallic, and Brushed Metallic. Okay, so that is what I'm not gonna be able to pull together for you, so I'm gonna make a mock-up of what I would advise you to use in gold. I hope you can still hear me. I know I'm not right in front of you. But a mock-up of what I would advise you to use in gold, I'll probably just use like a, I don't know, Cajun Craze maybe? No, sorry, that's the orange one. Crushed Curry probably is what I will use. It's going to look gaudy and awful. Just gonna say that right now. But splendid in gold. So We're gonna have to use our imagination. Oh my goodness, that's cute. Okay, we're going to, again, seeing as how I'm not going to be able to finish this one, I'm probably not going to take the time to stamp and fussy cut. I don't know if these, I think these are current Stampin' Up. I should say, the dies that Chris has down here are very old. They were when the layering circles originally came into the catalog. They still exist, just in a updated fashion. So I don't know if the current one has a stitching around this or not. So my apologies on not knowing that. But I'm going to start layering this bad boy. I'm going to bring in a Santa, this guy, and just stamp him so that I don't need to fussy cut and color. Again, I wouldn't normally do this because normally I'm trying to make an alternative that is completely independent of the kits. Oh, embossing powders, a great, a buckle, you're seeing it. Thank you, Lynn. I was wondering how long I could hold out before you guys picked up on what I was dropping down. But that is what I'm shooting for, is making a Santa's buckle running through the middle of the card. Oh, that was, wow, that was really bad. Oopsies. So a photopolymer stamp is largely see-through, but not 100%. So I kind of goofed that one a little bit. It's kind of like, it's see-through, but it's cloudy. And obviously most of you know this because you stamp with them, but... All right, so Holly Jolly Christmas is what I'm going to stamp. And then I would dimensionalize this on there. And I would glue all that down. So I think I'm going to do everything I can, except for I'm not going to put the Santa on because that is needed for a different card. And I'm not going to adhere the buckle down because that, oh, I should stamp first. Because that is not going to be yellow. And I also don't know what the best way to make that buckle is going to be. So I'm kind of glad I don't need to figure that out. Well, yes, I am going to figure it out, but I don't know if it's going to be the solution of sorts that I'm thinking of. Okay, so I'm going to do Christmas in black. Not perfectly level, but better than the last one. And then you either could do Merry Christmas with the scripty font, or I'm going to try Holly Jolly. And I'm actually going to bring in Cherry Cobbler. Where is... I'm pulling all of the things that are currently being used elsewhere. Which means I need to find where they belong and put them back before I leave. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. Hi, Vera. It is great that you're logging in. We are embarking on our second alternative. Definitely catch the replay. It's been a fun night, and I think you'll enjoy our Paper Pumpkin card class. You'll start to see some of the layers of the alternatives as I'm digging out of my hole. But we're having fun here. Thank you so much for joining. All right, I have a couple comments to catch up on too. I was wondering about a square framed die. That sounds like very much what I'm needing. I didn't see anything square down here, so I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that together without running upstairs, and I'm not going to make you guys watch that. But yeah, I'm thinking there's got to be some sort of die option that would work, and then either layered in the fashion in which that I could cut the middle out as well, so it's a hollow square, or fussy cutting to some degree. All right, so then this looks like that. Then we're just gonna run this black strip down the middle. Now, if you noticed, we're still using that same, so like the reason why I cut this out is so that I could use that chunk over here. This whole thing has been playing through my mind the whole time we've been talking. Okay, so then I'm gonna put some dimensionals behind this guy. Yeah, I'm hopeful that a square framed die exists in the size that I would need it for, and I'm apologetic that I don't have the opportunity to go grab that, but I'm gonna put that there. And to be honest with you, a little bit of this kind of peeking out the bottom here would look really nice. So I think I'm gonna try to do that, recognizing that I just stuck it down, so I don't know if it's gonna work or not because of where the dimensionals. Of course, I think there happens to be one right behind there. You know, that's just bound to happen. Oops. That is why I am doing this live, and you're just going to love it and recreate it without the mistakes that I'm making, right? We'll say that's what's happening. And I'm going to put one more glue dot here. Again, would have been a lot easier doing it the first time, the right way, I should say. But basically, we're making that stack and shoving that down, and then I'm going to put a dimensional, squeeze it under here. I can't get the dimensional to stop sticking to me. Oh, silly, silly. Okay, so that's that. Not a huge touch, but I like it. And the ribbon was sitting right there. It was kind of yelling at me to use it. Okay, so I'm going to put the glue dots away. Oh, that's so smart. You guys are full of it. I love it. Cut a gold square and then put a black square on top of it. That's brilliant. Okay, so this guy would not be the piece, and I should say, it's not super noticeable, but he's definitely crooked. So this would be dimensionalized, and it would be like this guy, where it's stamped and using the blends and fussy cut. All right, then as promised, I'm going to make a buckle out of Daffodil Delight. Seems to be my least obtrusive option. All right, let's do it. All right, so just gonna make a square, roughly 1.5. So my strip is 1 inch. So it needs to be bigger than 1 inch because it needs to overhang. I mean, it doesn't need to, but that would typically be how a buckle would function. So we're gonna put that there, and I really think I'm gonna use Brandy's suggestion. of making a 1 inch by 1 inch square. It's brilliant. I'm trying to see if I have a better scrap. I think this one will do. All right, so 1 inch by 1 inch. And then we're gonna go ahead and put some glue on it. And then, so again, gold will look substantially better. I'm going to advise that you do gold, but to make this look gold-esque, I'm just gonna put Stella on it. Also, great option if you don't have gold. Daffodil Delight is looking very nice. It's, at first I had said crushed curry, but I think Daffodil Delight, if you don't have the option of using gold, I think Daffodil Delight would be the clear winner. Oopsies. And Susie, what about a square, rectangle with 2 cuts and then run it? Yes. So that's another great idea, would be to create a literal paper buckle where you kind of would run the strip through. Okay, then we're just going to take this sandwich. So this is going to be a lot easier than trying to cut the square out of the center of this daffodil piece. It doesn't look as authentic, and actually I think I'm going to rip it up for just a second here and make it even a scotch smaller. That's not quite enough. And hope that I didn't. Oh, okay, so that looks better. So now that was probably a 7/8 inch by 7/8 inch square instead of the 1 inch by 1 inch that I originally did. But let's see here. Let me get my scissors back in space. So, oh my goodness, okay, I will say this turned out a lot cuter with the yellow than I thought it would. I thought like it was just gonna look atrocious, but pretty dang good. I like it. So here are 2 alternative ideas for you for the October Paper Pumpkin Kit. Please share with me what you think. Do you love it? Are you inspired? Are you a Paper Pumpkin alternative consumer, or do you kind of just stick with what Paper Pumpkin gives you and call it a day? While you throw that chatter in the comments, I am going to pick up a little bit so I can make room for the Paper Pumpkin cards that accompany the kit, because I do like to show them off in the end so everyone can see what we all made. And I hope you guys had a great time. See, I'm uncovering them as I'm cleaning up my mess. It's crazy. I hope you guys had a great time with me tonight. I had a great time. Thank you so much for bearing with me. I had no time ahead of time. Oh, I shouldn't say I had no time. Chris gave me the kit like a week ago to kind of look at and game plan, but I didn't have time to come up with any alternative ahead of time, so I really was pulling it out of the seat of my pants. So if I'm going to be honest with you, I think my favorite, it's one of these 2. I don't know. I think I'm leaning towards this one. I do, from the kit, this is my absolute favorite, and that's probably why I like this one as an alternative as my first option. But they really are all amazing cards. Please, I'll give you about a minute here to respond. Is anyone interested in one of the 2 extra, oh, here, they're not even on, in one of the 2 extra kits? While I'm cleaning up, I'm going to wait for those comments to come through. If they do come through, if they don't, that's completely fine too. But there are 2 extra kits left, and if you claim them in the next minute or so, we will get you on the list for the drawing, which I will do in just a second here. So give me a second while I pick up just a little more and give some time. And then we will do our drawing to one lucky winner. Okay, so this will go back. What other things do I have lurking around? Okay. 2 stamp pads that need to go. This is one of the best paper pumpkin kits. I'm so glad you think so. I really like it too. There have been a lot of really good ones recently, so I mean, I don't know if it, I will agree, it is one of the best. Have had a lot of good contenders this year. So I'm very pleased with my paper pumpkin subscription. All right, so I think that cuts it for everyone who words. I don't think anyone is interested in any of the extra kits. Oh my goodness gracious. So, where is my list of winners? Oh my god. So, I had a list of who was participating along. Oh, did I lose it? Did I put it down here? Well, you guys. Oh my goodness. Don't trust me with anything. With anything that you don't want to get lost. There were 22 or 23 people. Let's see here if I can get back into the YouTube live. I mean, I know I can get back into the YouTube live. Let's... Did I close? Oh my god. Ah! Because I did roll call. Okay, cards by Kristen. Let's see if I can go back to when I was calling out who's here. I think that was right at the beginning. Oh my goodness, guys. I am so sorry. Is it your scrap paper? Okay, so great observation. I pulled a piece of scrap paper out of the garbage that had a different class's participation list on it. I saw it. Okay. Come on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. People. I cannot believe this. I saw it here though, like it's right here-ish, and it just is like jumping not quite to where I need it to be. It's around 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Okay, pause there, pause there, pause there. Okay, so it's 1 through 21, so I need to find a random number generator, and then I need to come back and zoom in really far. Okay, random number generator. Hoi. Okay, so number 8, and the lucky tiny number 8 is Lori Kaiser. All of that for the lucky lady, Lori Kaiser, is our winner. Congratulations. I will write a note for Chris. I'm just losing my ever-loving mind. Lori Kaiser is the paper pumpkin winner. Oh, and I spelled it wrong. All right, so happy paper pumpkin night. We survived. We had a great time. I hope you loved the cards. And thank you so much for tuning in. You can catch Chris. So she's got class coming up, I think, next Monday. And I hope you have a wonderful